All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is having a great day or a great evening. I've had the Compustar T-13 installed for about 2 years now. And so what are the issues I've had, and is it worth buying? So let's get right into it. All right, so first off, I'll say if you're thinking about buying the T-13 versus the T-12, I would say just go with the T-13 and spend the extra money, because you're going to kick yourself when you find out all the better functions the T-13 has versus the T-12. So I would just invest in the extra money and just buy the T-13. You won't regret it. So what are the issues I've had with the T-13? Now, first off, again, I will say that I love the unit. I have no plans on uninstalling it. It is a great unit. It has its issues, but you can work around the issues to make it work for you and be happy with it being installed on your vehicle. So one thing I didn't like about the installer was the location he installed the sensor module, as well as how he installed it. For example, he installed it with double-sided tape, which it kind of absorbs the sensitivity. So, you know what I mean? Versus a zip tie, being zip tied and actually strapped to a part of the vehicle, touching a part of the vehicle. If you put double-sided tape I think that it doesn't pick up shock sensitivity as much as it would be up against a bare surface of part of the vehicle. And so what I did, I moved its location more towards the center of the vehicle, because if the module is way over to the left side of the vehicle or way over to the right, obviously one side is going to be more sensitive. So if you get impact in your rear right and the sensor modules installed on the front left of the vehicle, obviously you're going to have less sensitivity on that rear passenger side, on the rear passenger side. So I moved the sensor module, the DAS2, towards the center of the vehicle, and also I took the double-sided tape off and zip tied it to part of the vehicle. So doing that, it's going to pick up way more sensitivity. So you would have to lower and adjust your sensitivity on your module. You know, it's going to be way sensitive when you do it like that. But I'm happy with where it is and how it's installed that way. I get way better results. Now, let's talk about the app. When you're adjusting your sensors from the app, I have found with my vehicle, now I'm just talking about it being installed on my vehicle. I'm not talking about the problems everyone else has or the ability anyone else's module have. I'm talking about the experience I have with it installed on my vehicle and working on in my phone. So I don't use the app at all for shock sensing adjustability. I found that when I go in the app and mess with it, it just creates problems. It causes false alarms, and it just throws things out of whack. So I would recommend just don't even trying to even think about adjusting things from within the app. If you need to adjust your shock sensor, if you need to lower the sensitivity or make it more sensitive, do it through the module itself. And it's really simple. There's videos for that online. So, do that from the module, reprogram it, and adjust the sensitivity right from the module yourself. That's the best way you can do it. Now, yes, the T-13 is well worth the money. I'm happy with the purchase. Obviously it has its downsides when you're dealing with electronics and internet and things communicating with satellites in the air. It's going to have problems, but the problems are worth it. It's worth having on your vehicle for that peace of mind, that relative peace of mind anyway. So the major issue that a lot of people are having are these false alarms, where you're getting notifications on your phone saying that the alarm has been triggered, a stage 1. I was getting stage 1s, meaning that it's a false alarm. If it was a stage 2, you know, something is definitely going on with your vehicle, you know. So they're all stage 1s, and you go out and check the vehicle and nothing. It's just sounding off randomly. And so there are several things you can do to fix that issue. The first thing you can do is adjust it. Adjust it yourself. Again, don't adjust it through the app. Adjust it through the DAS2 module itself by reprogramming. And again, there's videos on that. Compustar has videos on that. Drone Mobile. As long as you know where your module's at, the location it was installed, go in there and adjust it yourself. You don't have to be going all the way back to your shop where it was installed, making appointments. Is relatively easy. It's really simple. Just adjust it yourself. Check out the videos and you'll be able to do it with no problem. But that is the main thing, false alarms being triggered with the system. And again, there's ways you can fix that. That's the best way to solve that problem, is by adjusting the shock sensors, because it's either too sensitive or not as sensitive enough. I would rather the module be too sensitive than not sound off and trigger at all. So also you can have Compustar send you a reset command. It's basically like you would reset your computer or reset your phone. You would reset your system. And that solves issues to a degree. When I was having a lot of those problems with the false alarms, they sent me a reset command, or you can do it manually as well, reset the system. It stopped the false alarms for about 2 or 3 months, and then they start coming back. But what really stopped all the false alarms I was getting was really adjusting the DAS2 module itself, reprogramming it, and adjusting all the sensors, the tilt sensor, the shock sensor, the glass brake sensor. Now, when I was getting false alarms, I was only getting false alarms for the glass brake sensor for some reason. But again, when I moved the location of the shock sensor module, zipped it up with a zip tie, and reprogrammed it to my liking, I haven't had a false alarm error in, it's been a good 5 months. So I'm talking about any false alarms at all. I haven't had any false alarms ever since I adjusted it through the module itself and relocated the module. All right, guys, so hopefully the video helped out with some of the major issues with the Compustar T-13 and how they can be resolved, or at least how I resolved them in my case. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Stay tuned, check out my other videos, give them a thumbs up if you enjoy them. I will see you guys in the next video. Alex RT Life signing off.